close your eyes, open your mind. Your inner wisdom is here to guide you forward through this magical experience.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to day one, our Detox Feel Good Flow. Today's practice is going to be all about detoxing all the unwanted energy, any tension, stiffness in the body so we can really cleanse the entire body from the inside out and create a beautiful new foundation to continue this journey with. Now, for today's practice, you can use a little bit of support, such as yoga blocks. You don't necessarily need them, but if you do like to use a little bit of that support, that would be great. If you don't have yoga blocks at home, that's no problem at all. You can always just find 2 thick books and have those ready. So once you have everything you need, let's begin. All right, my friends, let's get started today in a very easy seated position right along the center of your mat. Dropping the shoulders down away from the ears, just settling into your breath, into your body. Taking a deep breath in and reaching both of your arms up to the sky. Just feel this elongation through the spine. Reach like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we're going to take a very gentle twist by taking your left hand to your right knee and right arm behind you looking over your right shoulder. Now, to promote detoxification of your body, we're going to be working through different types of twist today, or twisting asanas. And what that does is it constricts the blood flow for a very temporary time to your internal organs. And then when you untwist the body, it stimulates fresh blood flow, fresh oxygen into those areas, which helps release toxins and bring in new nutrients and minerals into the body. So take another deep breath in. Exhale, come back to center, and let's just switch to the other side. Right hand to your left knee, left arm behind, look over your left shoulder. And just be careful that you're not hunching over. So you want to continue to think of elongation, like someone's pulling you from the crown of your head and you're continuing to twist and look over your left shoulder. Good. And then slowly come back to center. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands forward and then move yourself up to your hands and knees position on your mat. Hands are flat, shoulders above your wrist, hips above your knees. Let's begin to add circles of the body. So we're going to arch the back slightly, bend your elbows, and just move in a circular motion. Now, today's practice is called the Feel Good Flow, meaning that this class today is all about moving in a way that feels good on your body. So it may look completely different from what my movement looks like, and that's exactly what I want you to focus on. I don't want you to copy everything that I do. I want you to use my instruction, my body as a guidance, and then do what feels right for your body. So maybe in this kind of movement, it feels good for you to make it very big and expressive. Maybe it feels good to just make little tiny circles. Just feel it out. Reverse the direction. What I like to do is incorporate more shoulders and more hips, arching and rounding the spine just to get your body feeling like there's movement happening within. Deepening the breath, elongating the exhalation, maybe even closing your eyes so you start to really tune in to how everything is feeling within. Good. Then from here, finding that center position, bringing your feet together, knees together, go ahead and just pull back into child's pose. And then start to roll vertebra by vertebra over towards the front. Allow your hips to dip down as you open. Exhale, release. Good. Just these beautiful wave-like motions of the spine, of the body, to warm up any aches or pains out of the back, out of the muscles, out of the spine. Good. One more time. And then exhale, tuck your toes. Now begin to lift your knees and just stay here for a moment with your knees bent. This is our very first downward dog, so we don't want to rush into it. Just open up. Now I want you to think about pulling your shoulders away from the ears, elongating the neck, bringing those elbows as far down, not bending them, but so they're pointing down towards the floor. And then from here, spreading the fingers wide, begin to push back. Your tailbone points up to the sky. And then begin to move your legs. So bending one knee at a time, extending one leg at a time. So you start to just feel into your calf muscles, into your hamstrings, noticing where the restriction is today. Good. Inhale and exhale. Start to walk now towards the front of your mat, taking as many steps as you need, landing to the front of your mat with your feet together, knees together, bending your knees, and starting to roll for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to start with something that's called Surya Namaskar A, which is a salute to the sun, which will also help us just let the body connect with itself. So inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, palms together, just dive and fold towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, stepping your left leg to the back of your mat, bringing your knee down. Inhale, step back your right foot into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if that's within your practice. Sliding forward and then opening into upward facing dog. And then exhale, releasing into your downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward now between your two hands. Drop your right knee, inhale. Exhale, step your right leg to the front of your mat into your forward fold. Bend your knees and roll for 3, 2, and 1. Continuing with this movement, inhale, reach up, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, this time right foot steps back. Drop your right knee to the floor. Step back into your plank position. Chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Drop your left knee to the mat. And then step your left foot to the floor, to the front of your mat on the floor. And then bend your knees and roll up for 3, 2, 1. Continuing with the movement as we make it fluid. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knees, come down to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, left foot steps back, and this time bring your knee down to the ground and reach both arms up into your low lunge. Holding it here. Left arm forward, right arm back as you take a little twist for 1. Reach it up. Exhale, twist for 2. Up. 3. And 1 more. Good. Now go ahead and twist here. Bring your palms of your hands together and then allow your left elbow to come towards that right knee in a twist of a low lunge. Hold it here. Hold and breathe. Now, if you wish to make this a little bit more challenging, you're more than welcome to now lift the back knee off the mat and hold a twisted high lunge. If that's too much for you today, keep your bottom knee on the ground. Hold here and breathe. Another variation for those of you that have a stronger practice, you're more than welcome to extend both arms and elbows and reach up. However, if that's too much for you today, stay with your twist. We're gonna transition now into a twisted high chair position. Now, a few ways we can do this. One variation is just simply step your back foot to the front of your mat, stay in your twist. A little easier variation, especially if your knee is down, is untwist your body, step forward with your left foot, and then come back into a twisted chair. Okay, so take whatever variation you need and then meet me in your twisted Utkatasana chair position, looking up towards the sky. Good. Untwist the body. Reach up into your chair. Inhale. Palms together. Exhale. Dive and release in towards the mat. Halfway lengthen. Exhale. Both feet step back into your high plank position. Now push the hips up into a downward facing dog and then roll through the spine forward as you come into plank for 1. Wave-like motion of the spine as you push. Round through like an ocean wave forward for 2. A slight arch in the back and the hips as you push back. And 3. Make this as fluid as you can. And 4. Chaturanga all the way. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend your knees. Go ahead and take a couple steps or hop if you're comfortable with that to the front of your mat. Halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Slight bend in the knees, roll up for 3, 2, 1. Reach both arms up. Exhale, dive down into forward fold once again. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right foot steps to the back of your mat. Drop your right knee and come up into your low lunge. Hips are square. And just really think about tucking that tailbone under and allowing yourself to come forward just slightly so you're feeling that opening through the hip flexor. From here, right arm forward, left arm back as you look over your left shoulder, a little gentle twist. Back to center. 2, 3, and 1 more twist. Bring the palms of your hands together and then guide your right elbow to the outside of your left knee into your twist. Holding this twist. And of course, if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, and if you have it in your practice, then lift the back knee off the mat. Otherwise, stay grounded. And a third variation for those of you that have a strong yoga practice, extend both of your arms out. Okay, so choose what level feels right for you. Hold and breathe, maybe even looking up to the ceiling. It's a little bit more challenging when we do that, but give it a try. Awesome, you guys. Okay, we're going to transition now into a twisted chair. Remember, you can untwist, step, and then come back into a twisted chair, or just simply step your back foot right to the front and sink down into that chair. Look up. Deep breath in. Exhale, untwist. Reach up into Utkatasana, get a little lower. Palms together, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back into high plank position. Let's do 4 rolls here. Arch and release into downward dog. Round through, your head comes up last into plank for 1. Moving the spine like an ocean wave, coming forward and back. And again, coming forward and back. Last one, rounding through. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold this position for 1, for 2, for 3, and 4. Breathe it out. Awesome. Now from here, go ahead and just bring your right knee towards the middle of your mat, dropping your shin down. And then sink down to your right hip. And then swing the left leg across and over into a seated twist. It's going to be another really deep and wonderful seated twist here. Reach both of your arms up. Now, right arm hugs the left knee. Left arm comes behind you as you look over your shoulder. Or right elbow presses into the knee. as you look over your shoulder and twist. Good. And same thing like we did in the very beginning and just our easy twist. Think about keeping your sit bones grounded and then pulling up through the crown of your head. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Come back to center. Untwist here. Lift up. Step back with both feet. Give me a flow, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Left knee comes to the middle of your mat. Drop your shin. Shift your weight to your hip and then swing the right leg around. So coming into the other side now. Making sure your right foot is grounded. And once again, you can just give yourself a big hug of that knee to the chest. Right arm back, or for a deeper twist, that elbow comes all the way across and then it pushes into the knee to force yourself to deepen that spinal twist. Your right hand is grounded and then you're lengthening through the crown of your head. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And exhale and twist. Come back to center. Lift up. And all you're going to do is just step your back leg all the way back. The other one meets the other leg and then flow it out. Chaturanga, upward dog, and downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in this downward facing dog. One more. Exhale. Let it go, you guys. Well done. Let all that energy go. Drop down to your knees. Sink low into that child's pose for another deep breath as you welcome relaxation, stillness. One more inhale. And exhale, rolling up to seated into hero's pose. And then taking a final reach with both arms up to the sky, elongation of the spine once again. And then exhale, bring your hands together to your heart. And taking this opportunity to just gently bow down to your own heart. Namaste. I hope you guys enjoyed this practice today. Thank you so much for watching, for practicing. I wanted to let you know that this was a day one of a 31-day yoga journey that we are offering to anybody that is ready to embark with us. It is absolutely free. All you have to do is just click the link in the description of this video, sign up, and you will receive a daily practice with me and Mark, which will guide you into a deeper connection with your body, your heart, and your mind. Would absolutely love to have you there, so check it out, and I hope to see you in class 2. Thank you.